Y'all, I'm gonna slide over to watch Pacific Permaculture for a little bit.
Hi, everybody. This is Ron with Pacific Permaculture. Arkansas Woodcutter was in this live, and I said I'd go live. And if anybody wants to come in, tell your garden story, tell your story. It doesn't have to be garden story. Story of what's going on with you in your life, your background, your plans for the future. What you know, tell what you want to tell. I'm gonna put a couple banners up here. Doing share food. Let me see what Arkansas Woodcutter's got going on still. He's got it going on or not still.
And get ready for some bedtime so I can get up in the morning and get through that Chicago traffic while it's still kind of light. It is a Saturday. Maybe everybody's going to party so hard by the time I slide through there tomorrow, it'll be all good. Y'all be blessed. Know that I love you and have a great evening, everybody.
So I don't think anybody came over, but if you don't, so be it. That's okay. My story of the day is I took a trip to the beach. I know I wasn't going to work. So what I did is I said, hey, I'm not going to get called until at least Tuesday because I worked last night. So I said, well, what I'm going to do, it's goof off time. It's time to go to the beach. And I have so many things to do that I just decided, well, time to not do anything and just goof off. You know, it's relaxing. I wanted to go and enjoy myself, so I did. Control C. I'm going to put up a link if anybody wants to come on the panel. Feel free to click that link and come tell your story, whatever part of your story. Garden story, successes, failures, past history. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? You know, talk about your plans for the future. I like what Arkansas Woodcutter was just talking about. The more they divide us, the weaker we are. You know, so you get some group hating another group. That's not helpful. That's why I say the solution, it doesn't seem like it when I say it, but is grow and share food, build community. You know, people talk about looking for common ground. Guess what? Common ground is the ground. We all eat from the earth, okay? We all have a lot of the same desires for ourselves and our families, and we need to realize that we just need to get along. Find ways to get along. Build community. Arkansas Woodcutters first. Who's second? Chris Dixon. Boone Chile is third. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming over. Arkansas Woodcutter and Chris Dixon and Craze Family Homestead and Boone Chile. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But all you guys, thanks for coming over. And if anybody wants to get in the live stream, click that link. I'll listen to you. You know, I don't want to just be the only one talking and I'm reading all night. We're all here because we're not all there. Well, hey, nobody's all there, okay? We've all got our failures. We've all got our weaknesses and strengths. It's a matter of making it all work. If we connect like a web, we got it all covered, okay? Permaculture is like a web that connects everything. So it's how you do things, you know? It's everything being linked together. You can do things simpler and easier sometimes working with people than trying to struggle by yourself and things like that. We can make a more regenerative society with some subtle shifts, and mental shifts is a lot of it. Some of it is how we go about our economics. I mean, if say you're going to set up a business, you know, I could set up a business and it's just me, the owner, and say, here's, for example, how I've learned how fast food operates. I'm a franchisor of Podunk Burger. So I don't want to use the real name, but say it's Podunk Burger. Okay, so somebody buys a franchise. So he's the owner of that segment. So then he gets all the workers dirt cheap, minimum wage, whatever, and then he makes all he can, and it all goes up to the top to him. But say you got 4 or 5, 6 owners, worker owners, a cooperative, you're all worker owners, so you share in the bounty of what comes into the business. Instead of you make a little bit, the owner makes a lot, it's more equalized, you know? And so there's incentive of the workers to really care about the business. And, you know, because you're sharing in the equity that comes in. So that's the thing. And do I know all the details? Some details I don't know. A lot of it I don't know, but I think it's a great idea. And I want to push forth as many good ideas as I come across. Our country would be a lot better off, and the world probably, if we all started cooperatives instead of working for a giant company that's sucking all the resources out and then exploiting us as workers, even if half of us did, okay? And then the whole thing of homesteaders trading and bartering and all this, and that's it, you know, there's other levels like that. Take care of your neighbors. You know, I'm going to start taking care of my neighbors because they already have looked out for me. I wasn't at my house and they called and said, hey, there's some packages showed up out there. Hey, thanks. I'm going to set up an area with raised beds, basically half barrels, just for the neighbors to be able to harvest. You know, I don't know, 5, 10, whatever, just tomatoes and bell peppers and maybe zucchini, whatever I grow, right? I'm going to have a portion of that is just for them. And try to build more of a network in the neighborhood. And if every neighborhood done that, just think how linked we'd be as people. Somebody has a problem. It might not always be easy, but maybe there's a solution can be had easier than that person having to struggle against the wheel himself. You know, that's the thing. Nobody wants to come up on the panel. I got 8 in the live stream. Wow. Thanks, everybody. Who am I missing? Our Cabin in the Woods, Homestead Aquarius. Thanks for coming in the live stream. There's somebody else I'm probably missing that I didn't mention. Sorry if I'm missing you. Thanks everybody for coming on. If anybody wants to be in the on the panel, I'll put up the link again. I'll put up the invite link. Click that one, and I'll get you up here. You can tell your story. You can talk about your channel. You can talk about what you believe is wrong, some solutions. You can talk about, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? What aren't you doing? Why? You know, just this is basically a virtual party, okay? And you know, you got to get your own. You bring your own bottle. Is the only thing, right? So if you want to drink, you got to bring it yourself, and that type of thing. And be safe. Be safe at your own place. I'll try not to get too close to the monitor for our distancing. That's a joke, of course. If you're wondering if you bit off too much, you probably have. But at my place, I'm starting very slow, and people have heckled me a little bit because you're not doing enough. You're only doing Well, I'm only one. So, you know, sometimes I like to think I'm 25, but really, believe it or not, I'm not. And so being I know I'm not a spring chicken, there's limits. So I'm starting in slow. I was always told the tortoise won the race. So I'm not trying to be the hare, even though I got a lot of hair. You know. It's out front, yeah. Yeah. So where are you at? Oh, I'm gonna ask you questions and I'm trying to read something. Well, blah, 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 blah. How's everybody's day? How's everybody's week? Everybody have a good week? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Some of the older ways coupled with the technology, and you know, here's the thing. Everybody wants to play victim in society and say, oh, they're doing this. They're doing that. Who's supporting us? Me, you, the next guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy. If something's going away we don't like, as much as possible, withdraw support from that. Give support to the things that we value more. So, we can slow things down always. We might not always be able to stop things we don't like, but we can slow them. And that's a good thing. We can always make some type of an impact. We may not see it right away. People united. That's what this country came from. Okay? People that came here originally, and you know what? Thank God. And the other thing is that my relatives weren't any of them. We came late. Okay, but those people worked together and created a nation because they weren't about to tolerate what England was trying to hand down. Okay, they're like, we're not having it. Okay, we grew up here. We're a little bit different than you guys across that pond, across the ocean there, and you want to lay down some heinous stuff on us? We're not having it. So that's an example of people getting together and making a change. And it's all about community. How you build community? Grow and share food. Common ground, the ground. It's more, we've been led to believe that everything's complicated. Well, who's been telling us that? The people at the top, the few people that are controlling us. They got the strings, and they're letting us just be the puppets. Grab that string. Do your own thing. Take care of somebody. Teenagers. Wow. Yeah. Wow, that can be a challenge. I was a teenager. I know what I put my parents through. Not necessarily being mean or anything. I was a teenager. And I was coming up in a different era than they came up too. So. Yeah, I agree. That's why we're still here. And, when my relatives came here originally, everybody way back when, a few generations back, they lived together. And then it became where people are making fun of the people that the generations lived together. But then those people, they end up doing better. So you can't hate them for doing what works. So that's the thing now. And of course, my family too. My parents were like, give me the boot, like get out, do something and get out, because that was their era. They believed. But really, if they'd have stuck to the old way, I'd have stayed home and until I got married. I'd probably end up getting married too. But build up more resource instead of it all going out to rant and dumb things because you're on your own. And then you build everything up better. Yeah, but just because a neighbor might think a little bit different doesn't mean they're totally wrong and they're the enemy and all this is too much. And I think this whole thing of the sports teams exacerbates that, because we get thinking like, you're not on my team, you're not for my team, you're against me and all this. And I think that's the elites kind of propagate these things, so we're divided. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to you, Homestead, but I will check you out. And I'm subscribed to like 200 something channels, and I really have to spend some time and start watching more of those, because it's just like, you ever see the commercial where the guy turns on the stair and his head's blown back? He's like, it's kind of like that sometimes, looking like, oh no, they've all got videos up. So trying to catch up with everything. They'll challenge, but I will look into your stuff. And we just got to do what we can, move forward. Forget what was yesterday, what was today, that somebody thought was a good idea yesterday. that was this new, brand new idea some brainiac came up with. Just because somebody just got out of college doesn't mean they have the best idea. And sometimes they think they do, but they haven't been out in the world enough to know. So they come up with some half-cocked idea, you know. Yeah, I think it's like 200 and something. I'd have to look. I think the last time I was scrolling down my pile of or my roster of subscriptions, they said there's like, I don't know, 30, 40, whatever, and they said 249 more or something down when I had to click the thing to go down, you know. Like, wow, it's just, sometimes I'm glad when they don't put up a video. Just trying to catch up. Busted pen. I have all these good pens and some of them aren't so good. So where to find the good pen is the challenge of the day. And I got a little toasted. I went to the beach and I thought that I was being protective of myself, but I looked in the mirror a little bit ago and I got kind of toasted. Even though I thought I was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm not in the sun a lot. I'm kind of protecting myself. I kind of was, but not good enough. That's the thing. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget to check you out. I don't know what's going to happen if I'm going to keep subscribing to people and pretty soon I'll have like 2,000 or how that's going to work. Hi, Glenn. Hi, How to Garden, Glenn. How you doing, Glenn? Do you know anybody here? How to Garden. His name's Glenn. Really good guy. He's in Florida. Very knowledgeable. Very good channel to watch. Check him out if you get a chance. If anybody wants to go live on the panel, feel free to come up. I put the invite key in the comments somewhere. I'll put it up again. Talk about what you want. It doesn't have to be a set thing. Talk about your successes or your failures, or I don't know. Cool car that went by. Like I said earlier, this is just a virtual party, right? And I don't have to put out any really food, you know. That's the thing. I don't have to buy any food. I found out something last night is I tried to use StreamYard. They have a spot where you go click if you just want to record or click if you want to go live. And if you want to just record, that's a premium feature. So unless you want to pay, then you have to just go live. That's how that works. Okay, Chris Dixon, thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping by the live stream. Take care. I'm going to write down your site and try to get over there and check it out too. Chris Dixon, White North Forge. A lot of interesting stuff out there. And cabin in the woods, I'm going to write you down too. I was telling somebody the other day, I was kind of making it up, but I said, I was watching Arkansas Woodcutter, and a friend of mine said, he looks just like you. I said, you know what? I'm only going to watch people that look like me, or at least guys with a beard. So then next thing you know, I met up with another guy, found another channel where the guy had a beard. It was kind of hilarious. And then I was on his live stream was Pete, what is it? Pete's the Homestead, or I can't think of the name of his place, but hi, our cabin in the woods. How you doing? So it was kind of one of them weird things that over time I am meeting more people that have beards, and I was thinking to cut my beard to get a side job, and then problem is I didn't want to cut my beard, you know. And I'm thinking if I apply somewhere, they're going to go, "Who's this damn guy?" You know. I don't have a written out plan. I have a lot of ideas moving forward, things I want to try, and that's the thing. I'm going to make it as much of kind of like the homestead as I can, and resilient as I can. Raise a lot of food. I want to raise some trees that aren't food for wood and things like that, and just experiment with that. And I really want, there's a regional park nearby. I want to get in with the Native Plant Society and get them to prompt the park district. If we could do a planting all along the fence line, that would be a lot of native plants. And I'd like to grow some of them and get involved with that in addition to doing my own thing. And I got a solar cooker I want to learn to use, and just it goes every direction, Arkansas. You know, it's every direction. Just depends how much other help I can get, and all that. Well, not really, because what I get here is this, I have a really long season. So I'm really debating back and forth whether I want to have things that are just mainly for the fall. I can get tomatoes that keep going, kind of, and sweet peppers I've got in like November and December here before. So it's one of them things. So I want to just try it for greens. I'm not sure. We have a lot of heat, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably try it a little bit and then see how it goes. A little test plot. And also I'm going to put a cutting garden in for cut flowers. I'm in 9B, Crazed. Thanks for coming by, Crazed Family Homestead. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, I'm in 9B. I found out through Rain Tree Nursery. I was looking at their website, and you punch in your zip code and they'll tell you what zone you're in. So if anybody doesn't know their zone, just go to their website. And they have some cool plants too, by the way. And also, anybody that's into permaculture, there's a Pacific Northwest permaculture convergence that's online right now. It's $20 for the week until the 27th. So go. I think probably through Rain Tree Nursery, they sent me a link how to engage with the convergence, and it's a virtual thing. So if anybody's interested in that, check it out. And might connect with some people, might even be in your area that you can connect with and make things better at your place. It's better if you get people in the area that are involved. And I've met somebody online that's closer to my area. I know a lot of people online that aren't, but like Howie of Food Forest Permaculture is in the Northwest, so he's in the West, and he's got some good tips, and just I'm learning a lot from him and getting inspired by him. And so just trying to cultivate more connections and doing what I can. I want to do a little cob building maybe, which is clay and straw. And there's a guy in Sebastopol, California here that does those, and maybe do a workshop where they do the work, and I don't know. There's a bunch of factors, right, to connect, and I just have to try to do all that. I want to get where I harvest more rainwater, slow and sink the water that comes by, so that the landscape is wetter all the time, and it just goes on. Hi, my permaculture garden. Thanks for coming by. Irene here in Tennessee, and you used to live in San Francisco, right? You said that in one of my comments one day, so you know the Bay Area to some degree. And my projects are it just depends on time and energy. right? And money too. But a lot of it has to do with how much energy can I put in. I'd like to rent a room to somebody that's a cook, because I can just trade off some of my hopefully rent for hey, give me so many meals. That opens up my time zone, okay, my time frame. And if anybody'd like to come up on the panel, I'm going to put this link again, and feel free to come up and tell your story of the week, story of your garden. You know, what are your future plans? Whatever. This is just kind of a virtual party. No, I haven't seen Terry King's stuff, but you know, it just depends who and how much help I can get, and if not, how long is it going to take me? And eventually, you know, I was saying in your live stream, Mark, is that I want to get some chickens and get that going. But just every component just takes more work to get it going, and just, you know, so I am just going slow. Are you leaving, Voon? Thanks for coming by. And yeah, so I can put some of these comments on. Irene here in Tennessee. So anybody who doesn't know, you can put up the comments. Terry King. No, I haven't seen. Is that the name of his channel, Terry King? The British, I think, have a wetter environment too, generally. But if you see anything by Brad Lancaster about water harvesting, he's in either New Mexico or Arizona. Slow sink and spread rainwater. His before and after, like 6 years later, he turned that place from a dry nothing like moonscape into a thriving like an oasis. Terry King, Gardens on a Budget. Or is that his channel? Terry King. But yeah, that's what I like about this. I get ideas, and you know, hopefully I give a few ideas, because I am going to try to save whatever resources, and that makes everything else go better, things I have to spend on. Pigs. Wow. We have wild pig and wild turkey around here now. If anybody knows about harvesting wild turkey and wants to, I don't know the legalities and all that, but there are wild turkey around where I live that were brought in by California Fish and Wildlife Service way back when as a hunting resource. And now people don't hunt as much. We're overrun with them. Them turkeys. The neighbor was my dad's neighbor way back when, had a black truck, and the turkey would look in and see its reflection and peck the truck because it thought it was another turkey. The guy had to cover it with a tarp, and they'd have to uncover it when he wanted to go drive somewhere. Eventually, the guy moved. He was tired of tarping off the truck and untarping the truck and all this. Hi, Kevin Creek Outdoors. Thanks for coming by the live stream. If anybody wants to come up on the panel, be live, talk live, the link is up above. Scroll up in the comments. Yeah, you know, I knew a guy that I worked with that knew. He hunted and everything. And he would get some kind of a permit to go on people's property to do these things. But I don't know what the limit is, but as far as the potential, is limitless. I mean, there are turkeys that they'll cluster into about 7 at a time. Then pretty soon they get into like a big old flock of like 20 something. And then they kind of break off into little groups after that again. And it just keeps going. Okay. Thanks for coming by, Craze Family Homestead. Come back if you can. If not, we'll see you on the next one. And hi, Red Ruby Sky. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming to the live stream. And blah, blah, blah. I kind of lost my train of thought, but you know what? In the meantime, I'm going to start shoveling up that turkey waste and putting that in my compost and stuff too. I do intend to do a humanure. So I want everybody to know, if you look up the Internet Archive, there's some permaculture books on there. Okay, that you can download, and then you can print the pieces you want, or you can just, if you have one of these fancy, iPad or Kindle or one of these crazy things that I don't have, then you can read it at your leisure. Let me show you the book if I can find it here in my junk pile. There's several, but one of them. So the Internet Archive is at www.archive.org. This book is in the Internet Archive. You can download it. And then if you want to print a page or two, it's called Permaculture Designer's Manual by Bill Mollison. It's very informative on permaculture. So say they have some diagram, like they have these garden diagrams. Okay, hard to see with my lighting, but see, so like maybe you want to use that as an example or a template or something. Print that page versus having the book. It's kind of harder to do, right? Things like that. So anyway, there's some other books on there too, but the Internet Archive, it's archive.org. And I guess people don't realize, but I found it, I came across it one day, and it's there. And there's a lot of interesting stuff on there you can check out. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, that's something. And I noticed that is it our permaculture garden? Who's here? One of you. My permaculture garden uses turkeys as a resource in the garden. They're not destroying anything. They're just adding fertility and taking up the bad bugs and stuff. So that's really cool. As long as you can protect what you want, so the things that's doing the work isn't destroying it, great. And yeah, so that's the thing. My cars aren't so fancy. If the turkeys peck at it once in a while, so be it. It's not going to keep it from running. And I did hit one accidentally when I was driving. It was flying low, because I think it was kind of gliding into somewhere else, and and all these feathers, puff of feathers go up. I don't know if the thing lived or died after, but anyway, it came flying by when it shouldn't have, because I was driving down the road. And I do see them dead along the freeway and stuff. And so anyway, that's my thought about turkeys. I don't know a lot about them. And yeah, that's the thing. It looks like somebody did leave me a comment on one of my stuff here. Let me look at this real quick. Our Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, great. Thanks, Our Cabin in the Woods. Thanks for subscribing. I'm trying to get this thing up to 500 by the end of the year, by January 1st. And I was telling people that I'm going to do I'm going to give a donation for every subscriber at the end of the year, as I did last year. that to a good to a good regular nonprofit good cause of some sort, right? So somebody said I couldn't do that. I don't know why I can't do that, but I did that. It's not costing anybody anything. Yeah. Yeah, and exactly. If you could utilize it as a resource, my permaculture, Irene, hey, why not? It's about, making nature work for you a little bit instead of working against nature, work with nature. So even if something wasn't traditionally there, doesn't mean it may not help. Yeah, getting more video out helps. And go to more live stream, Cabin Creek. You go to live stream, people see you. When you come up, you promote yourself. You're talking about this or that, but also it's promoting you because people are seeing your logo. That's also why I do the StreamYard, so people can come up. People can see their face. They can see their logo down here and go, hey, that's so-and-so. Let me maybe subscribe to them. So it's given opportunity, hopefully, to people. And I was only at 100 and some until this year. And this is I'm in it 4 years. I didn't realize the community aspect. I was just trying to do things on my own, the old pioneer thing, and John Wayne like type of thing. And I realized, you know what? It's better just get in more of the community, and I'm starting to meet people, and my mindset somehow shifted, and I realized, this is more of a community. So that's why I say this is like a big virtual party. Okay. And there's a lot of people I didn't know 6, 8, 10 months ago, a year ago, that I'm like, wow. And sometimes you can't base everything off one video, because sometimes I see a video, depend on my mood and stuff. What the heck is this? But then later I go back, or I see them live, and I get a feel for how they are, and then I go, oh, so and so's great. There's a few people that's happened with. Okay, so there's people that I know that I really feel like I would help them out if I could help them out in some way. That before, until this year, I never felt that way. So that's the thing. Yeah, just schedule it and just do it, Cabin Creek. And let people know ahead. The best way is you set it up, especially if you go through StreamYard. You set it up and you post it that when it's going to happen. So then the thing comes up saying live stream, say, for example, Sunday, 4:30 p.m., Cabin Creek Outdoors. Okay, so then people go to your channel and they go, oh, then you could write a note, whatever. Hey, try to make it back to that channel on that day. And you can also do a premiere. So for anybody that doesn't know what a premiere is, your video plays, but people can get in the chat and comment. And also the other thing is I leave my comment section open. So if somebody comes later and wants to watch on the replay of the video, they can comment, or who's ever in the live stream can come and make a comment in there also. I feel like any comment helps, good, bad, happy, sad, whatever. And to this point, I have not blocked anybody. I tell people that if you want to troll me, hey, go ahead. Send me 100 trolls. I'd like to have 100 steady trolls. Better than, hardly anybody coming to my place. So that's the thing. But live stream is totally easy. Don't worry about it. And you can edit it later if you want. There's a lot of things you can do. I told Susie from Out West Homestead, I encouraged her to do a live stream. And now she's finally getting it up to speed. And I haven't caught her, but maybe one of her live streams. But I noticed that she's got the thing of putting banners, and she's brought people up on the panel. And so she's learning how it goes. And it seems like she really likes it. So that's, I'm encouraging people. I encouraged somebody that lives in the Bay Area to come up on my live stream that had never been up on a live stream. And, those are the little things I do to make the world a better place outside of just, I'm starting the Pacific Permaculture Institute and trying to move something forward with that. But anytime, if I think I know something, I'll try to help somebody because it's not hurting me. It's just helping us all. And, it isn't just 2 drops of knowledge and I get it and you can't have it. No, it's a sharing thing. I get it and then I can share it and then you can share it and we can all do better. Okay. That's the idea. But let us know, and if anybody, for some reason, somebody wants to contact me, whatever, I'll put up my, I can be contacted by email at that, organicz@hotmail. I've been buying organic 23 years now. So there's a little bit of a commitment there. And doesn't mean I've always been eating the healthiest, but I like the idea of growing things in a healthy fashion and all this. So if anybody wants to contact me there or here, feel free. I mean, if anybody wants to support, if you want to tape 25 cents to a postcard or a 3x5 card and send it, I'll accept it. If you want to send me some seeds, I'll accept it. If you want to send me a garden book, I will accept it. Hello. Okay, so somebody just told me my car's light was on, so I might have to go check that in a minute. But anyhow, that's the thing. Just try to, I'm not like trying to beg with anybody. I'm just saying, if somebody wants the opportunity to help, feel free. I don't have a problem with it. So let me take that back off. But yeah, if anybody wants to connect in some way, you can always email me. And what is he? I started with Force today. And because I'm trying not to go where, people do Patreon and they do PayPal and all this, but then they get a big cut of it. If you want to support me, just do it direct. Send $1 in an envelope or a $2 bill or something like that. If you want, I'm fine without it, but if you want to support in some way or send a packet of seeds, feel free. I do appreciate it if you want to. Yeah, I think so. It's mostly great people. Some people are kind of just here getting their attention, and other people are more community oriented, right? So that's the thing. And I tend to be more community oriented, and a little bit of that goes a long way. I'm going to pause for a second because I have to go check the lights on my car and see what's up with that. And I'll be back in maybe a minute or two. If anybody wants to stay, thank you. If you want to go, that's fine. Do what you got to do. But thanks everybody for coming by. But I will be back in a couple minutes if you choose to stay. Thanks. Okay, I'm back. Looks like there's 5 people. Also, once I get to know you, some people, if I get to know you a little bit, like Arkansas Woodcutter, I told them, if you're going to be in the San Francisco Bay Area, let me know. I have a place he can park his truck and rest for the night. And sometimes maybe you've done your delivery and you just need a place to rest. And I was listening. You said the comment about you don't know where to park because there's homeless, this and that. My place is totally safe. So if you're in the area and need be, contact me. And if that's a possibility, email me and I'll give you my phone number, and then just call me when the time, and we'll work something out where you got a place to park at least. And because sometimes getting on the road, even I drove to the beach, it's like an hour or something each way. It was only there an hour. It gets tiring, right? So sometimes you just rather rest maybe than anything. Got these fruit flies coming after me, but that type of thing. And I'd like to do collaborations with more people too. So if somebody is in the area and they want to stop by soon, I'm going to have my media room all set up. It's going to be awesome, folks. It's going to be awesome. The backdrop, it's not going to be at this place. It's going to be at my house. And I have a big mural I'm going to have hung. It looks like big redwoods at the bottom. It's going to be my backdrop, and I'm going to make it awesome. Okay. And, yeah. Oh yeah. Thank God somebody told me my headlights were on. I think what was happening is I was driving along and maybe I was dazing off and turned them on and didn't realize it today at some point. There was some weird sound when I got in the car a couple times. What's that weird sound? Must have been some little signal from that. Yeah. Homestead Aquarius has a big collaborative. Oh, great. Hi, Howie. Food Forest Permaculture. Howie in the house. He's up here in Canada. In what do you call the area, Howie? He's on the west coast of Canada. And really great guy. Check out his channel if you haven't already. He is all about the pathway soil, bank building soil. Do you want to come up on the panel, Howie? Feel free. I put the invite link in up above. Let me put it up again if you want to come up. Also, I'm telling everybody, I'm trying to make 55 days in a row having videos. I just came up on that idea the other day, and so that's why I'm doing more lives and everything. And I decided, let me give it a shot, see what happens, see how far I can make it. Vancouver Island, okay. And yeah, Glenn, my lights were on, and I was home. Amazingly enough, sometimes they're on and nobody's home. Oh, okay, no problem, Howie. I can't get anybody else. Irene, did you want to come up on the panel? They just don't want to. I think it's going to hurt their channel more than help, maybe. But in any case, any of you want to come up? Cabin Creek, you interested in come up on the panel? You can. Feel free. I know Arkansas Woodcutter, you're probably tired. If you want to come on the panel, you can. Basically, everybody on here. If you want to come on the panel, feel free. I think it makes a little bit more interesting discussion. But anyway, so yeah, many plans and schemes, and just moving forward here. Try not to leave my headlights on the car. I wonder if that's what happened last time. My battery was dead. So then I started it, and then a few days later, whatever, it was dead. So being I'm a member of AAA, by the way, anybody who isn't a member of AAA, spend your money, be a member of AAA for the road service and the maps. And if you want to get insurance from somebody else, go ahead. But The road service thing is great. They contract with all these other stations around the different areas. So you have a problem, you call it, boom, they dispatch somebody out. My battery would end up being shot. So I said, hey, do you have another battery? Yeah, we got one that'll fit. I bought that. The guy put it in, boom, easy peasy. Okay. Saving a step right there. Boom, 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 bang, bang, as they say. You know, that battery's in. Yeah, it cost me a couple bucks. What would it cost me? A time and aggravation. Go get a battery, lug it over there. Got to lug the other battery. No, he took the old one. Boom. You know, it's like washing your hands. Woo, 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 woo. Done. Okay, that's the thing. And so I like doing things that way. Save me some time to do some whatever. Build my compost pit. Might be able to grow some food, harvest some food, cook some food, eat some food, sleep. Who knows? Whatever to make a vibrant life. That's what this is all about. We want to, you know, grow healthy food, have a healthy, vibrant, abundant life before we kick the bucket, right? That's the thing. And support other people and without degrading the earth, okay? That's the thing. Okay. No problem, Irene. Anytime. If I have the live stream, that's part of why I started doing the live stream, because I thought, well, people can get up here and promote themselves and all this kind of thing. And I actually kind of hounded somebody last time. One of the last times it is in the Bay Area, and she was happy to have gotten up on the live stream in time. That she realized, like, oh wow, that's great. But if I wouldn't have goaded her, she wouldn't have got up on it. And like, well, I've never done that before. I said, well, look, do it tonight, and you'll never have to say that phrase again. You know, if you haven't done it before, it's an opportunity for it to be the first time. You know, that's the thing. Think positive. Work forward. Life is forward. So anyway, I'm missing comments here. Probably all the good ones I'm missing. Yeah, where are you at again? Are you in Ohio? My permaculture garden. It is Saturday tomorrow, though. You sure you got to get up early? It's not a work day, not a real work day. You sure? Yeah, it was great today. How I went to the beach, partly inspired by your videos of the water. I went to the beach here, and it was great. I didn't go in the water, but you know, who has to go in the water? I'm looking at waves. I'm walking on sand. Hey, Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay, you'll probably have to remind me every time. You know, my memory's great, but it's just short. So that type of thing. And okay, Homestead Aquarius. Thanks, Howie. Thanks for coming by. We'll catch you on the next one. It'll be a bit. Okay. Homestead. Whatever, you know, but you can always come up on the panel, talk about your stuff. And it looks like I've almost burned up an hour here. I can't even believe it. So I get chattering, you know. Some ears are probably bent so far they can't be ironed back up into shape anymore. You know, got a 90-degree angle. You know, like somebody stepped on it or something. So that's the thing. Anyway, yeah, I think this is a great medium, and over time, as we all get more comfortable and spend more time, and at some point, I'd like to have some linked, maybe on a holiday or like New Year's Eve, we can have linked. In other words, unofficially or whatever, we could just get together and say, hey, I want to do one from, say, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. West Coast time. Somebody else wants to do it from 6 to 8 p.m. Somebody else want to do 8 to 11 p.m. and that kind of thing. Maybe like 24-hour thing. Howie did that on Earth Day, 24 all by himself. And it gave me the idea that, if we had several people involved, we could make a nice thing and be like a 24-hour party, type of thing. And different people intersect when they can and make a really neat thing. So I'm thinking maybe like New Year's Eve, something like that. If anybody's interested, you can contact me. I'll put my email up again. You can always contact me. These ideas sound good. Always put something in the subject. Let me know that you're such and such channel and da-da-da, so I don't think it's spam and accidentally delete it. And that's the thing. So there's something right here. Spread joy, community, and food, not hate. Spreading hate doesn't get us anywhere, says me. And here's the thing. Permaculture equals care of the earth, care of the people, sharing the surplus. That's the thing. If we grow enough, we have some to share, right? Create surplus. Plan for abundance. Don't just accidentally get abundance. Plan that you're going to grow enough that you have an abundant, more than you can deal with, so you can share it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with sharing a little bit of your harvest? Grow soil. That's the base of it all, right? Grow the soil. So anyway, that type of thing. And okay, thanks for coming by, Glenn. We'll catch you on the next one. Soon I'm going to cut this loose because it's 58 minutes and 40 seconds or so. So about another minute, I'm going to cut it loose. And I don't want to go over my 20 hours a month because then I'll have to start paying. And I'm a little bit cheap sometimes, but that's the thing. And I've been doing a lot of lives, so preserve that time to use at another time a little bit. And thanks to everybody for coming by. If somebody else has a live they want to latch on to, let me know so we can tell everybody and everybody can jump over there. We can keep this party rolling. Or else, boom, we're going to shut it down. So you got about half a minute. If anybody wants to go live somewhere, let me know and put in the comments. And if a couple people that are here might want to come over and whatever. That's about it. So I guess not. Where can I find your address? Okay. Hey, I'll put up the banner with my address. No problem. Let's see. I might have to be on here a minute more or something. That's me. So yeah, feel free if you want to send seeds, like I was telling people earlier. Any type of support somebody wants to lend, I'm willing to accept. I'm not trying to beg, but I'm just giving people, sometimes people want to lend support and share things. Feel free. So I'm giving you the opportunity. Okay, I'm going to look you up, Homestead. I might already be subscribed. Doesn't mean I've watched much of your stuff. Or maybe I've watched some, I'm not sure. I don't always comment, but I will check you out. And thanks for coming by. The live stream, I'm going to have a live stream Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you got a chance, come by. Feel free to come up on the panel, all that. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to send seeds, Irene, thank you. we'll accept those. If you don't want to, that's up to you. I don't hate on people for not wanting to. If anybody wants to email me about something, idea, they want to collaborate, they're coming to this area, want to collaborate, whatever, feel free to let me know. Put something in the subject so I know that you're another YouTube channel and yada yada, so I don't accidentally think it's spam and accidentally delete you. Thanks to everybody for coming by. I have to say good night, and thanks everybody for coming by. Grow soil, grow food, share food. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.